What's up, everybody? It's AJ with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out this MORryde Hitch stabilizer for your motorhomes or your fifth wheels. Whatever you have a hitch on the back, you can put this. It's going to help stabilize the back end of your rig. Let's check it out. Looking at the stabilizer, how it works is we got the ratchet strap here at the bottom. We got the legs that are sitting with the feet flush on the ground. A ratchet the ratchet strap, which pulls in the legs, which pushes up on the hitch, which is going to help stabilize the back end here because it's going to be pushing up and lifting it off the ground just a little bit. So with that upward tension, that's going to lift up here on the back end, and it's going to eliminate the bounce as you're walking around towards the rear of your rig. Now it's been slightly updated, and what has changed is the strap is no longer green. It's a normal black strap. The ratchet strap works great. I like it. The other thing is the eyelets. So it did have hardware that you'd put in and you'd mount it here for it to pull in. And that pulled in pretty well, but what would happen was the feet wouldn't get as flat on the ground. Now the eyelets are on the foot pad. It's connected here at the end. So that's gonna have a way better pull in and keep them flat on the ground at the same time. Let me go inside and let's see how much movement there is without it installed. All right, with our level set up, I'm gonna kind of walk around and see what kind of movement we get here. Just kind of go back and forth, try and move as much as I can. You see, you got a little bit of movement there on the level, back and forth. There we go. Now that we've seen it before, let's check out the after. Just say maybe somebody's sleeping and I got up early to make some coffee or something. I'd be back here. How much is it going to transfer up to the front? So do the same thing, same quick movements back and forth. Looks like it's not moving as much from here. You have a better side of it than I do, but I can try the more aggressive movements here to try and get it. Okay, so that definitely helps that side to side. That bubble's still moving just a little bit, but not as much as it was before. I was rocking the whole rig back and forth, and now it doesn't look like it's moving all that much at all. Now let's get into some measurements. So overall, your hitch is gonna have to have a clearance of 19 inches to 39 3/4 of an inch of space from the center of the hitch pin to the ground for this to be usable. And then talking about the individual legs, the minimum is going to be 28 inches and the maximum is going to be 40 inches of length, that adjustability. Besides figuring out how it worked, the second thing I thought of was how is it going to store. Basement storage in the rig is kind of limited, so I don't really have a whole lot of space to spare to hold and store this thing. So luckily, it actually folds up and stores on itself here in the hitch. Let me show you how to do that. First, I'll undo the ratchet strap. Release that tension there. Now I can lift up and remove the hooks from both sides. And then fold this up like this. There's gonna be a bracket here in the center is what you can run this pin through, and that'll hold it in place. And now you can see it's gonna stay like that. Can't go too far this way or this way. One thing I want to point out is that you can actually clear the ladder. We did that there in that last portion, but I wanted to point out that it is possible. It does flare out a little bit here at the foot. So what I did was measure from the center of the hitch pin to that point, and that's going to be about 6.5 inches. So that's what you're working with if you're looking to clear the ladder on the back of your rig. Now let's go ahead and drop this down and get the stabilizer set up. Now it's going to be the reverse order and what you saw me do earlier. We're going to pull this pin out. It's going to release that bracket. Now it is going to drop that 1 foot. So I'm going to set this one down and out of the way and show you that you can adjust these feet individually. There's 4 points of adjustment and 16 inches in total of adjustability for each foot. We got ours right there on that first hole, so we'll put that pin through there in that clip, and we'll bring this back down to the ground, fold that foot plate in, that way it sits nice and flat. Now we'll take our ratchet strap and run our hooks through the eyelets that are now on the feet themselves, and then pull this tight before you start ratcheting down. Make sure it's nice and straight, so I can turn this one around there. There we go, that looks a little bit better. This one's a little twisted. Fix that, there we go. Pull this to the center strap and then start ratcheting it. So lift up on that mechanism and you start pulling in. You can see the feet are going to pull in, but you're going to push up on the hitch. And that seems good right there. Now it's pretty easy to put in and out of the hitch. Just gonna pull the clip and the hitch pin out. One thing against this though is it doesn't come with a pin and clip, so you have to get that separately. So make sure you get that if you're intending to use this right away. But otherwise, it's pretty light. It's easy to pick up, take out of the hitch, throw it over your shoulder and carry it, however you want to do it. It's not cumbersome. It's not one of those things that'd be moving all around. I really like that clip, helps hold the arms together. That way you're not fighting that as you're walking around, so you can just go throw this in the garage, or if you have space inside, you can easily throw it in there too. Overall, I was impressed with how much this helped. I was unsure when I went to go install it here at the back of the hitch with the ratchet strap and the feet pushing down. It's definitely been improved without the eyelets or the hardware. I like the holes there at the feet plates. It gets it nice and flat, and you still get a little more tension on there, which pushes it up, and it really worked. You saw the level when I was walking around in the back. It definitely made a huge difference with it than without it. So I like that. I like the stability in there. I don't have to worry about watching my step as I'm going around in the kitchen. Well, I think that does it. Thanks for hanging out, and hope this helped.